Alright, hello. I am Xyzzy from Washington, and this is not when I usually stream. But recently I grabbed a copy of Rare Replay because I made a deal with a idiot drunkard. And I rediscovered that I really love Jetpac. The 1983 single-screen shooter Jetpac. I kind of want to just sit around and play Jetpac. So that's what I'm gonna do. I just want to sit and play Jetpac. That's what I'm here for. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do for a little bit. Just try and ignore the heat and faff around. Like, I'm not a speedrunner. I'm not like a native score chaser. I don't really know. I don't even know if there is like a speedrun record or anything on this. I don't care. Well, I care a little. But I hope people enjoy playing this. But I just really like going pew 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 pew. And it's an incredibly simple game. There's not really going to be much to watch. This is a good way to test out Xbox capture. And my timer's not running at all. So I'm just going to drop it down to 4 minutes and then start it. That's my fault. I figure, you know, I might as well test capture with a game I really like. And I don't have much to say about this game even. Like, I don't know the history of Jetpac. All I really know is you can fly around and go pew pew pew. And I've been a big fan of it ever since I first played it, which was back when I bought Jetpac Reloaded, which was the Xbox arcade thing. And Jetpac Reloaded included the original. And I spent more time playing the original than I spent playing Reloaded. Don't know how that works, but this is kind of part of a series, in that most people know the NES game Solar Jetman. And that's where their knowledge of this comes from. But there's all kinds of, there's a few games in the series. There's Jetpac, Lunar Jetman, Solar Jetman. But I don't know if there's any more. That's all they included. It's fun, though. It's fun. I have a real weak spot for these older arcade-style games. Single screen, you just collect, or you bop, or you shoot. And the goal, there was never really a goal. I think, the goal in Jetpac is just to get to the last screen. Like, just survive. That's it. There's no, like, complicated mechanics. All the complication is in the enemy movement patterns. Which do tend to suck. They do tend to suck. They will blow you up. I'm gonna say all of this again later. I'm gonna say it now, I'm gonna say it later. I don't know. But yeah, this is one of those things that's... This is purely Xyzzy's time. This is for me. I'm here for me. It's fine if anybody shows up, but... Hello, Suzaku. As I was just saying, this is one of those games that's very, very, very simple. I don't expect it to hold anybody's attention very long, but it does hold mine. And given that we are down to like 10 seconds. Oh, this is a really... Ending 2. I wish it were possible to know what ending this was, what ending of the game this was, and I have no idea. Fun is fun, it's true. Fun things are fun. I'm gonna move over here now. Okay. That looks like it's capturing, which is nice. Ultimate, play the game. It's true, you have to ultimate play the game. If you don't play the game ultimate, you can't play the game. Anyway, hopefully the sound is capturing and it's not bleeding over into the microphone. I am playing this on my TV, which happens to be more or less right next to the microphone. So, who knows? It auto-saves. I don't know why. I don't really need...
What I'm trying to say is maybe you ought to save.
Cool. But yeah, this is Jetpac. What you do is you fly around, you build your spaceship. Then you fuel your spaceship. And you fly to the next planet, and you do it again. You can collect optional things for score. It's dangerous down there, we don't go down there. This is ZX Spectrum as fuck, which means you get a lot of, color attribute clash. All the colors bleed into each other. And I just like this game. A PC shareware game from the Windows 95 era called Jetpac. Does it play like this? Like, is this more or less... Like, did somebody demake this game and not give Rare any credit? Listen to those dulcet tones. Because now I'm curious about, like, the PC shareware game Jetpac. Alright. Level 2, we get fuzzies. The fuzzies can move around erratically, and sometimes they take more than one shot. And I don't like dealing with most enemies in this game. I wish there were no enemies and you could just live. But that's not much of a video game, is it? Not really. More about collecting treasures and avoiding traps and a built-in level editor. That's cool. Now I'm curious about that game and I might look it up. It might be in, like, the big EXO Win 3.1 pack. No, it's not if it's not 95. I'm curious about it, you know? Ooh, okay. This is really dangerous, because that fuel's on the border of the screen. Meaning, I'm probably gonna get bopped by something. Okay, got it. I love shareware CDs. I really do. But yeah, this is it. This is the thing I love. And it makes me happy to just sit and play it. There's a gold bar, you can tell. And on this screen, we fight balls. Balls, 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 balls. Because it's Rare. And Rare always had kind of a weird sense of humor. I think they're meant to evoke like Rover from the Prisoner show from the 60s. At least I hope they are, because that's what they remind me of. Rover was an inflatable weather balloon that chased Patrick McGowan around. Very memorable, even though he was only in a few episodes. Because they really didn't want to use him, because he was a weather balloon. And how do you make a weather balloon scary? Well, they found a way. A non-inflatable weather balloon. Yeah. It's just made out of, like, plaster. Please don't kill me. Thank you. I too am very fond of the prisoner. Alright, now I have to actually get down there and get in. There we go. Okay. The enemy patterns don't start getting bad. Looked better than the robot dog they could get. I just imagine, like, K9 from Dr. Who. Like, literally just that. Other rare games of lots of balls, Marble Madness, and Snake Rattle and Roll. Was Marble Madness a rare game? Or... Okay, so this is the Jet Fighter stage, where, these little fuckers are gonna come flying at me from the side of the screen. Don't like them. Kinda reminds me of, like, the ships from Gradius. You can get a pretty good score going on this side. Oh, God. Okay. You can get a pretty good score going. Just shooting these little dudes. I'm not by nature a score chaser, but I pay attention to it. They ported it. Yeah, I didn't think it was, I thought Marble Madness was Midway. But knowing that they ported it makes a lot of sense. Alright, build the second rocket. Here we have UFOs. They chase you. They actively chase you, making them incredibly dangerous. And most of the time, the little shits are smart enough to corner around these, platforms. Hate that. Nope, first death. It's fine. That cleared the screen. Second death. Okay. Never said I was good at the game. I said I liked it. Yeah, these UFOs are bastard. This is a round where I do start dying a lot. It's usually this stage and the one 2 away from here. I think it's 2 away. One thing I love doing in these older shooters is shooting around the non-Euclidean bend in the screen where it goes off one side and in the other. No, they never give you any relief. Sometimes it's better just to get them stuck on something and try to avoid them. Okay, I don't remember this screen being too bad. But I could be wrong. The plus signs! Yeah, I don't really remember what they do. I think they just keep going in the same direction over and over. They kind of bounce. Yeah. It helps to be lower to the ground when you drop the fuel because it takes a shorter time to get to the ship and spawn the next one. But, you know, that's not always something you can control. You just auto-drop it when you're above the ship, so... I think... Nope, one more. Oh. Very dangerous. Dangerous situation. Don't like those. Seems to be capturing fine. There doesn't seem to be any appreciable lag. No appreciable sound lag. I I don't think I'm talking about things before they're actually happening. Like, I just picked up a fuel. Oh, little Vic Vipers. Or no, the ship from stage 1 of Gradius, like the boss. You gotta shoot the core. It also had a Christmas edition because old shareware games always had a Christmas edition. I'm not sure why. I guess to make it look like better value. Like, look, you get extra stages for Christmas. Hello, anyone who has chosen to be here while I play a goofy space shooter from 1983. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna upload the VOD to YouTube on this one. This is a, I'm pretty sure these are frogs. I don't know why these are frogs, but they are frogs. If they get above you, that's basically it. And if you're on the ground, they're pretty much always going to be above you. Don't let the frogs in. This retro edition does have sort of a cheat in that it has a hover button, which just stops you dead. I try not to use it. Sometimes I do, because who is going to report me for cheating at Jetpac? They barely get off the screen before landing in the same spot. It's true. This is not a particularly fuel-efficient spaceship. And we're on V3. We're back to the fireballs. Why did I not pick that up? I think I may have died there. I seem to be missing a life. Maybe one spawned on top of me. This rule... I'm glad you approve. It's just this goofy little game that I kind of love for no reason. I didn't play it as a kid. I only played it when I got Jetpac Reloaded, which is kind of the remake of this that was on Xbox Live Arcade way back when. And that complicates the game a bit. It has like 120-some stages. I think there's only 16 in this original version. We're back to the fuzzies. Never liked them, but they do kind of move like a DVD screensaver. You can just shoot off the edge of the screen and kind of bloop them off. Nope! Okay. Anytime something gets directly above me, I'm probably fucked. This is what it feels like to be in Joust. Anytime... Oh no, my foot! What are you playing, Saria, out of curiosity? You still, on the dodgeball grind? I saw you were up to that earlier. Yep, thought so. Super Dodgeball Brawl. When's Super Dodgeball Melee? Hutch Fuzzy get murdered. It's true. I will say this is the best I've done at this in a while. Normally, I don't get to the loop. I don't get to, like, V3. So... streaming has ironically helped me play better. I'm not sure what the fuck's up with that. I have no idea how to get down there. Well, I gotta do something. Plunge! Try plunging! Plunging attack, go! Okay. Fortunately, I know these guys probably aren't gonna suddenly, like, turn 90 degrees and descend on me. But I really don't want to be down there. Oh, God. I really don't want to be down there. In the confetti. In the multicolored confetti of doom. Venting or chatting can use surprising focus. Apparently that's true. I naturally talk to myself anyway when I'm doing stuff. Like, my inner monologue would just be, like, yammering away anyway. Okay, now the spaceships. These can come at an angle, so I have to be kind of prepared. But as long as I'm not on the corner of the screen, I'm probably okay. A lot of people are familiar with this game because they make you play it in Donkey Kong 64. I understand. And I think the thing there is that you have to get like 5,000 points in it to get a token. And I think I'd be okay with that. I think I'd be okay. If you don't even have to defeat any screens, just get points. You can probably just park somewhere and open fire. And that'll give you all the points you need, but it'll be a slow process. Ooh, V4. I've never actually seen this one, and I probably will never actually get to build it because of the UFOs. I do not like UFOs. Okay, there we go. I'm down to my last life. Anyway, this is as far as I've ever made it. So, that's cool. Like I said, I love the game. I didn't say I was good at the game. But apparently I'm better than I realized. I need to stop doubting myself. I am, in fact, made of magic and can do extraordinary things. Like, beat Jetpac. Oh, shit. Nope. Game over. Still, pretty good run. 41,000 points. Nearly 41,500. That is my high score. Yep. See if I can beat it. Yeah, getting 5,000 points on screen 1. That's... Instead of making their rockets look fancier, they can work on their fuel efficiency. After this game, I think I'm gonna pull up Jetpac Reloaded very briefly. Show you what they eventually did with their rockets. Maybe do a run in that. Err! Do not like the edge of the screen. Thank you. Yeah, whoop. I wonder if it's on one life. Like, I wonder if DK64 makes you do it all in one life. That would be a challenge. Like, that would be an adequate challenge to make people do. Hopefully you don't have to actually beat Jetpac at any point, because I've never finished it. I've never gotten to Green 16 and been forced to confront whatever horrors lie there. Fuzzies? I don't know if these actually have names. I've never seen a manual for this game. I imagine it's very simple. And I imagine it doesn't bother to name anything. There's a health mechanic in Rare Replay, but it doesn't work anymore because Xbox broke all their shit. Thanks, Microsoft. You're bad at everything you do, and you should feel bad about it. Not that I want to turn this into, you know, the Microsoft hate stream, but if it becomes the Microsoft hate stream, you know, I'm not bothered. Doesn't say a thing about a lives limit, just get 5,000 points and grab the rare coin that spawns. Okay. Well, it sounds like I can pretty easily beat that when I get around to Donkey Kong 64. They're doing a decompilation of that. One of those native decompilations that runs directly on PC. I love those things, and I'm really looking forward to finally playing DK64 and discovering why everybody hates it and calls it, like, the worst excess of the Rare Collectathon era. The game that killed Collectathons forever. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. To figuring that out. I have played the first Banjo. I started the second one. I kind of trailed off it because I was in the middle of a bunch of other stuff, though. But the Banjos are very much on my to-play list. I'm one of the world's few backers of Nuts and Bolts. I genuinely enjoy Nuts and Bolts. I've almost finished it several times. I just keep running out of steam. I love the game, but I'm not a very natively creative person. I don't build, like, Minecraft builds. If you hand me a box of Legos, I will simply build the thing that's on the cover. So, I kind of struggle a bit with creativity-based games. Pink is not a creative color. Yeah, I got too close to the edge there. Alright. Can I just sort of... yeah. Ugh. This is closer to what usually happens. You rarely build fancy, you are a fancy thing. I've seen your outfits in, like, MMOs and shit. You are a fancy thing. Alright, UFOs. This is where I usually die. These little bastards are just absolutely nasty. Why did I go for the extra points? Why did I go for the extra points? You don't need extra points. Technically, points are a holdover from an earlier time. You do not need extra points. Nobody needs to be thinking about points at a time like this. This is a fight for survival. It's not a score-chasing duel. Then I'm going for the points anyway. And I died because of it. Squirrel Log wants shiny object. Shiny object good. Something I like here is the very slightly yellowed, color of the ground, as opposed to the green floating, platform. It does, it has rainbow shiny. And then there's that green lump, I don't even know what the hell that is. I just know I want it. And then there's gold bars. And gold bars are perhaps the least worthwhile thing to have, unless they're like valuable copper, and we're replacing the interior of the wiring for the spaceship. Directly above me. Careful. I got stuck on nothing there for a second. I don't know why. Probably because the hitboxes on these platforms are huge. There we go. I do kind of wonder if, like, am I slightly ahead, slightly behind on the commentary? I may have to, put a slight delay on the mic. Unsure. But it's probably not enough to really worry about. Even if I am. Seems fine? Okay. This was a surprisingly sedate level. Absolutely nothing bad happened to me. And that makes me concerned. They're just flowing by like traffic. Are we back to the... Yeah, we're back to the frogs. So here's where I'm concerned. Oh, wow. Got them all clustered up, took them out, and they're right back. Immediately, and I couldn't get by. And I couldn't find how to break through. Don't do that, please. Thank you. I'm gonna have to turn off achievement notices. I forgot about those. I don't particularly give a fuck about achievements. It's Jetpac of all. Oh my god, stop it! Cool, I guess. Thank you for covering up my screen a little bit. Well, that could have gotten me killed. Yeah. Speaking of getting me killed, standing still. Right, it's gotta actually be connected before you can pick it up again. Ooh. Atomic power. Oh no, don't go over there. Okay, cool. Grabbed it. Saved it. We're fine. Yeah, I do remember when achievements on the Xbox used to award, like, avatar pieces. But I don't think they even remember that they had avatars at one point. That's the province of Nintendo now. Now, I do know that every achievement you get in Rare Replay unlocks more, like, behind-the-scenes shit. So, that's not actually a bad thing. I do like behind-the-scenes interviews and stuff. Just... please don't cover up my screen while I'm trying to avoid, like, UFOs and shit. That's bad. Yeah! I got distracted. I didn't even think about them. I was watching the fuel. My attention lapsed, and I died. Oh well, that's fine. It's fine. We have one life left. You can do a lot of things in one life. Once in a lifetime. And you may ask yourself, how did I get here? And then you look at your rocket and you think, oh, I'm a dumbass. And then you fly away. Ah, this'll be the spaceship, I think. No, it's the blobs. Okay. Letting the ships go by. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Look where my hand was. Where was his hand? It was on his wrist? I don't know. David Byrne, you are a mystery to me. I'm not gonna be able to get in the air like this. Okay, cool. Nope. Ah. Oh, well. So yeah, why don't I just do a quick run on Jetpac Reloaded? Just for the fun of it. Yeah, I get 2 stamps. Milestone reached. Yay. Quick run on Jetpac Reloaded, just for the fun of it. There are so many really good games in here. And also Blast Corps. I'm actually really looking forward to playing through Grabbed by the Ghoulies someday. Believe it or not. Oh, Jetpac Refueled. I'm sorry, I've been misgendering this game's name. I think that did bleed over into the microphone, but it's the Xbox noise. I mean, obviously it's gonna cause trouble. Alternately, it picked me up having a big drink. I am often seized by the fatal American need to have a big drink. So yeah, I'm just gonna play through a little bit of Jetpac Refueled while I'm at it. It does seem to be triggering the mic a little bit. Interesting. Jetpac Refueled.
Stand by.
But yeah, you can see that it is a whole new coat of paint. But kind of the same general idea. You have bombs now, which is nice. And this is the way I first played the game at all. And it's fine, it's not bad. I like some of the enemy variety later on, but I like the simplicity of the original as well. Yeah, I don't have too much to say about this one. This is gonna last a lot longer, I think. An enemy appeared right in my face, and I just drifted straight by it. You can build up, I built up like 9 lives in this once and just played for an hour or 2. Fuel efficiency progress, yeah. They give you different backgrounds now. There is, I believe, that timer at the top. I don't really remember what that does or why I should care about it. I keep cycling through different weapons. I forget if there's anything special about, like, going through them. It's hard to worry about too much in this game. It's just a simple blaster. And I've already surpassed the score that I had in original Jetpac. Actually, you know, visibly different planet. And there are sideways ghosts here. Or possibly jellyfish. I can't tell. I think Jetpac Reloaded manages to keep a lot of the same ethos. Like, you can tell that it's the same conceptual space. There's nothing too much more fancy about it. There's nothing too much more, They didn't change a lot. I'm full of magic and ability. Yes, I am. They changed very little about it, and I like that. It's not a reinvention of the wheel. The Scab Nebula. I hate that. Thank you. I don't want to be in the Scab Nebula. Do you think it's like an itchy thing that heals? Or do you think it's like, these are non-union workers? Because I definitely feel better about blasting one of those. I just kind of like to wait towards the middle of the screen so I have more of a chance to grab the fuel. The main thing I don't like about Jetpac Reloaded is that the screens are bigger, so sometimes you have to fly off-screen to get something, and that means you could end up flying directly into an enemy. I like to have all of my knowledge in one place. Alright, time to build the new spaceship. That's not the piece. This one has a bubble at the tip. For wholesome reasons, I'm sure. One thing that they do. One do-do. And do. One difference is that they combine enemy types sometimes. Also, if you get touched by an enemy, sometimes you just drop the fuel instead of dying. So, that's nice. Get touched by a monster. So you drop the fuel, and then you can insert it quickly into the spaceship. Pro strats. Hashtag Jetpac Mastery. I don't know what I'm fucking talking about. You will also notice that there are many more monsters on screen. That's the processing power of the Xbox 360, baby. Space mice from beyond the rim. I want to commission somebody to draw that, but I don't have any money. They're like little mice riding in a Dalek. For here am I sitting in a mousetrap, far above the world. I do wonder if any of this stuff is references to Rare's history, but it's like, I don't know. I'm not actually that huge of a Rare fan, but I would kind of like to beat every game on this fucking collection someday. It's just that beating Jetpac is gonna take a lot of sitting down and grinding, or I guess, you know, you turn on infinite lives, and then you just never die. But that's cheating, and that's stupid. I don't want to do that. Why would you cheat at a game from 1983? Like, not even on moral or ethical grounds. It's just, that game has one purpose. And that purpose is, like, be a single-screen score shooter. It feels like if you're cheating at that, you could really just go cheat at some other game, and it would give you more fulfillment. This dude is pursuing me, and he's loving every minute of it. Drop the fuel. It makes me feel like fucking, Capture the Flag is going on. You dropped the fuel. You picked up the fuel. Once I'm done this, I'm probably gonna go back to play normal Jetpac, though. Ah, these guys take multiple hits to kill. That's wonderful. That's exactly what I want. Runs in this take a lot longer than normal Jetpac. In part because I think, there are so many levels to this. And you're supposed to just continue from where you died. I don't think I've ever used the continue mechanic. Like, I want to do it in one run or not at all, and that's equally dumb. I'm not using the mechanics that the game is offering me. But I don't know. What can I say? I'm old. I should just get over my pride and spam continue. You know, pick up from where I left off. Calypso Station! How do you stack these? Is this the tip? That's the tip. Okay. I've identified the tip. I'm gonna use the bomb button. I think it's a neat effect. I like how it stops the music. And also, you can only collect 5 bombs anyway, and I've been collecting way more than 5, so, a little bit wasteful. the fuel over there. I feel like this ship takes a lot longer to get fueled up. Like, we gotta work on that. We gotta work on that.
Stand by.
Is it because of all the lights? I bet it's because of all the lights. We put too many lights on our spaceship and now it requires like 4,000 gallons of fuel to go anywhere. Bomb. This isn't a Toho game. I can bomb anytime I please. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're out of here. Maybe it doesn't take as many as I thought. And there's my spare bomb. Oh, is this just gonna be looping? These looping, circle fuckers? I don't like that. But you can trick them with the edge of the screen, which I think is very funny. I feel like the enemies in Jetpac Vanilla are actually more memorable because you see less of them. I don't know. I feel like I'm coming off as an old, like a weird old fuck that can't handle change. But alright, let's get out of here. Maybe I am a weird old fuck who can't handle change. I don't know. Lepus on Lapitus. If there are no bunnies here, I will be very disappointed. Oh, those aren't bunnies. Those are not bunnies. Those are bouncy. They're bouncy, but they're not bunnies. Maybe they're bunnies in power armor. Yeah. Get bombed. Right, I can't let them build up down there, or they'll just block me. So I'm doing a lot of tactical extermination here. Let's be real, I'm killing more species than a space marine. Also, yeah, it's very forgiving. Every time you get tapped, you just drop the fuel. I haven't lost a life yet, and I don't deserve to be alive at this point. I deserve to be down to 2 or 3 lives. Not 7. This is gonna take approximately an eternity. Fatalist danger. What is this? Okay, the mice are back, and I have to build... Oh, I'm building a robot. I can see the nipples. Nipples are a very important part of your average robot. If your robot doesn't have nipples, you should ask yourself why not. Examine your priorities. There we go. Alright, now I just gotta fuel the robot. That robot has sinister eyes. I don't know if I trust it. Great Refueled heroes had nipples. It's true. All the great Refueled had nipples. X, Zero, Storm Eagle. The ones that weren't X, Zero, or Storm Eagle. You know who didn't have nipples? Wire Sponge. And who remembers him? I do, apparently. Why? Hate that. No! God, that's a lot of mice. Why do we have that many mice? Oh, I lost a life finally. Oh, okay, my laser is like piddly pinpoints now. Okay. That's why I was collecting so many power-ups. I wondered about that. You have no confidence in this laser. I mean, it's still doing the job. Still a laser. My laser, phaser, dual laser. Yeah, I can see it getting bigger now. Okay, that's what that does. That's why you do that. Good to know, good to know. Ow. Starting to lose lives. So, you know, at least there's that. At least the game has finally noticed me and gotten serious. I should be using my bombs. I'm not. Well, what if I do it now? And now I have 5 bombs again. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if there are, like, speedruns for this game. I don't know. A speedrun would require me to actually beat the game, I feel. It's, not done yet, so. I don't know if there are speedruns for Jetpac or Jetpac Reloaded. There probably are. Somebody speedruns everything. I don't know if there are, like, score runs for it. I don't know anything. All I know is that I got bombs and a laser. Drama at Tytel, the Penny Arcade story. Get the bomb. Here comes the fuel. Oh my. Right, I forgot about the sheer volume of enemies here. And there it stays. It's way up there, okay. Fortunately, I have, like, the corner shot, so I can get up there without much issue. Unfortunately, I think it's about to do it to me. No? Jetpac, the game where you walk sedately over the surface of the planet. I just surpassed my high score, it looks like. That's nice. I've been doing that a lot today. I feel very good about that. Like, if nothing else, streaming got me to break my high score on the Jetpac. And that's a nice feeling. I don't think this is going to become a regular habit. But maybe it could be. Who knows? Which is #1 Jetpac streamer. Squirrel games done queerly. Done querulously. Done queryingly, like people are asking, why are you playing this? Ugh. I'm getting bullied out of my fuel. Guess what? Bomb time. I probably shouldn't have done that. I probably should have done that. Who knows? Who cares? Do it anyway. Finus Meridii. Are these enemies going to fly up my nose? I don't want that. I don't like that. Oh, it's the fucking balls. This'll make it a lot easier to deal with them. Okay. The fucking balls. This will also make it a little easier, if I can aim this one. Practicing for GDQ. I will not be a GDQ. GDQ is outside. I'm not very interested in things that happen outside. I do know that there is a license spawn or something coming soon. Oops. I do know there is a license spawn or something coming soon. I do know that, there's various other speedrun shows. I think Theria's in one. Or something. Yeah. Oh man. I am starting to lose a lot of lives now. All because of that one thing of fuel. That's a shame. Climbing Olympus Mom. Rare? Ah, this is a lot of laser. This isn't, like, 1983 Jetpac. Olympus Moms is a good name. Yeah. Moms of Herculean size. And proportions. Anyway, hello, Penguin. I am just taking a break from Jetpac to play Jetpac Refueled. I'm fucking slam my face into crusty little bastard. Let's get this back in there. I'm gonna have to start building up my gun again. Yeah, I'm dying at a tremendous rate now. The game's finally noticed me, senpai. Looks like a full loop.
Stand by.
Mask tie. I'd be on my mask and tide shit. Oh, Jesus! That's more mice than I'm comfortable with. Okay. I think I died. So I've never been that far before. Apparently I usually top out at level 16. Let's get back to playing Jetpac on Rare Replay. Hey, look, it's near. Anybody looking forward to that? I am. Game? Okay. Wasn't sure what was going on there. I'm just gonna skip their little musical number. I'm sure it's in, like, the YouTube Content ID system. There are also, like... As an amusement, there are also little snapshots you can play. Which are, like... goal-oriented, tiny little sections of the game. I've obviously finished them all. For Jetpac, at least. Not for the entire replay collection, but... Yeah, I like how snappy the gameplay is in this version. It feels good. And it feels right. How long have I been playing? An hour. Huh. I'm probably not gonna go too much longer. I do have Shining Force tonight. Shining Force 2. We are almost done with it. Very likely I will finish Shining Force 2 either tonight or tomorrow. I believe. It's Thursday, right? I think it's Thursday. Yeah, we managed to kill Odd Eye last night. Don't worry, I'm forcing the shine. Whoa. Never let your force shine down. It is Thursday, or as you like to call it, Thursday. I'm glad that we've got that correct and stuff. What the hell was the original? What was the original of, as I like to call it, Thursday? Like, obviously she called it something else at some point. But that meme has been scraped and deglazed. Remember that blind orphan I found? Anyway, I finally killed him. Yeah! Oh, darn. I was so happy about committing murder that I forgot to pay attention. Sometimes you just, you just wanna... You just meet somebody on the road and you want to kill them. And sometimes there's a Buddha. And other times they're a demon. Bottom text comically overwritten to the point of illegibility. No! My bottom text! I was writing on that bottom. Yeah! Fuck off, rovers. I don't need the points. I don't need the points. I don't. Ah! 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 You could see my sprite colors overlap with that ball. Given that this is a spectrum, that doesn't actually mean much. I can leave now. I forgot. A Xyzzy spectrum. Yes, thank you. The most colorful and gay computer of all time. As I just completely focus in and forget to talk. Ah! I was being guarded! Edge guarded! I was being no. That's not what we say. I was being blocked off by little tiny piece of shit spaceships.
So now I have to shoot you.
Why are you being so negative?
I'm being so negative because I have to shoot you. Dead. Unfortunately, there are no bombs in this version. But fortunately, there are no bombs in this version. Ah. Yeah, this is what usually happens. Before, the last time was a fluke. I normally get fucking stalled out by these UFO bitches. They don't even look like UFOs, they look like flying pies. I'm being attacked by a fucking blueberry. Oh sure, put it over there. That's where the spawn is. Okay. Bad. Bad, bad, bad. I can't leave it at that. Oh no, I died immediately. Wow. Okay, nope. I think all of my mojo is gone. For the moment. But yeah, I really do want to fuck around with more games in the Rare Replay collection. Like, I would love to get through Nightlore. I would love to fucking figure out how Nightlore works. Right now, I have no idea. And of course there's Lunar Jetman, which is the sequel to Jetpac. And it's a lot harder. I don't have any idea how to play it, really. I never was able to figure out, like, what you do in this game. You have a truck, and enemies come at you really fast. And, I don't know how you can get in the truck. What? I don't know what... Oh, you can pick stuff up. Okay. That's the furthest I've ever figured that shit out. So I can pick this up. And I guess I take it to base? Or I don't. Ah! Yeah, I don't know how to play. I'm gonna have to look up, like, a guide for this someday. But... Jetpac. I really enjoy Jetpac. So yeah. I think that's where I'm gonna leave the stream. I will be back 9:30 Eastern for Shining Force. Good night, everybody. Is there somebody I should raid into? Yeah, I'm gonna raid into, friend of mine, Insomnia Afflicted, who is Fluffy. So, I'm gonna raid over there. Good night, folks. Why did that not work? Because I didn't type his name right. Give me a sec. I will just cut and paste it. There we go. Okay. I'm sending you guys over there. Good night.